Hello everyone, Wilson from Wilds Adventure. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm just enjoying this weather the Lord has given us today. In the backyard, a little bit different scenario than I usually do. But I hope you're having a blessed day as I am as well. I'm really excited about showing you this video today because today we're going to do something that I haven't done before. I make pernil, pork shoulder, and people that have tried my pernil have said that it's really, really good. So I decided to make a little twist on it. I decided to make the pernil the Hispanic or Latino way with the Latino ingredients, and I decided to smoke it first and then cook it. So I'm really excited about this, and we're gonna do that today. If you haven't seen my ribs video, check it out. People that have tried my smoked ribs have said that it's incredible. So hopefully you'll check out that video. I'll put a link up there. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. And if you like it, give it a thumbs up. That'll allow us to give you more content. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's go ahead and start the seasoning process. We're gonna season it for 24 hours, and then we're gonna go ahead and cook it the next day, which I'm gonna be recording as well. So let's go ahead and start the video. The most important part about cooking meats is seasoning it. So we're gonna put the seasonings together so we can marinate it for 24 hours at least. So here's what we have. We have garlic. I have about 4 heads of garlic in there. We're gonna crush it up in what? In our pilon. That's right. It doesn't have to say Puerto Rico, but we're gonna crush it in our pilon. There's your garlic. You have salt in there. You have oregano. You have garlic powder and black pepper. Now, what I like to do, I like to combine all these ingredients in some oil, either vegetable oil or corn oil. That's because with all these ingredients, I'm gonna make a paste. And that's what we're gonna be stuffing our pernil with, or seasoning our pernil with. Now, many people do ask me, Wilson, how much of each ingredient do you use? Number one, lots of garlic. There is no limit to the garlic you could put in there. The other ingredients, I'm going to apologize beforehand, I don't know. It's a taste thing. So once I mix all the ingredients together, make that paste, I start tasting it, and that's how I'm able to know if it's ready to put in the pernil or not. What I like to do is mix all these ingredients, we'll let it sit for about an hour or two, then we're going to go ahead and season the pernil, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. So here we go. Okay, so we have the paste. This is all the garlic and all the seasonings I put together, and again I tasted it and it stings nicely. Now, like I said at the beginning of my video, I have made pernil a number of times. However, today I'm gonna do something a little bit different that I don't normally do, but I'm gonna do it as well. Oh, by the way, also people have asked me what knives do I use. This one is the Miracle Blade. This is a really good knife. I use that one. This one is part of the Miracle Blade as well, but it's like a I use for fish, for like I forgot what it's called. And then here's another one from the Miracle Blade. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to take off the skin completely. I don't usually do that, but I like to do that. I've been doing that recently because what I do, I take it off completely, then I score it, and then that way people can have little pieces of cuerito once it's nice and toasty. So let's go ahead and do that. Aluminum foil. Now we're gonna go ahead and of course punch holes all over our pernil so we can put all the seasoning inside. There's no specific way to do it, just go at it. Doesn't matter how many holes you put in there. See that? Nice and fatty. Around the bone. Now the main reason I put on gloves is not only to try to keep it a little more sanitary, but I don't want my hands smelling like garlic later. All right, so now I've seen many people take the pernil and stab away at it while it's in the pan. Don't do that while you're doing it in the pan, because if you plug a hole in the pan, you're gonna have leakage later, okay? So now I'm gonna put it in the pan and we're gonna start to season it. Here's the seasoning I made earlier. The yummy garlic. And if you find that you need more holes, feel free to do so. See that? This is the way to do it, my friend. Right with your hands. Deep inside there. It smells incredible already. There you go. Hole there. See that? Don't be shy, don't be shy. This is a nice gap. Right in there. Side. Nice. I have left this seasoning rest for a couple of hours because I like them to blend all together. Okay. All right. I'm going to save this a little bit for one thing. Let's put this to the side. And now we're going to score the skin, as I mentioned earlier. Basically, the idea is that you want people to be able to take pieces off. When it's nice and crunchy. Break right off once it's crunchy. See that? You're practically going to go almost through the entire skin. If you go through, that's fine as well. You need a really sharp knife for this. See that? Again, I've been making pernil for many, many years, and I started doing this new trick, and it works out really, really nicely. I'll show you once it's done and cooked. Of course, I'm going to try it once it's cooked, right? This knife might be better. Let's see. Yep, a little bit better. Okay, now remember I saved this a little bit. That's going to be for in here. Okay. Wait, what about the outside? Don't worry about it. I'm going to show you something right now. I'm going to put this over the pernil. All right, I have it back on the pernil. Okay, we have it there. Now I need to take this off for a minute, my gloves. And what I'm going to do for the skin is I'm going to add garlic powder on top of the skin. There we go. There we go. It's a nice garlic powder. That's right. See that? Now we're gonna wrap it up with aluminum foil, and then we're gonna let it sit for 24 hours. And then in 24 hours, I'm gonna go ahead and smoke it. There we go. And we will see you tomorrow. Good morning, family. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for being here with me this morning. Now we're getting ready to, guess what? That's right. We're gonna be smoking our pork in a little bit. As I mentioned, this is the first time I'm doing this. I've made pernil or pork shoulder many times, and this is the first time I'm smoking. Right now it's just after 7 a.m. So what? Can you see that? About 7:15. Yeah, 7:15 in the morning. And I'm gonna be smoking this between 3 and 4 hours, and then we're gonna be cooking it for the next 6 hours, something like that. So this morning I'm going to be using cherry wood, okay, and then let's get this going. Let's get it smoking. Okay folks, we're ready to put the pork into the smoker, but I realized something yesterday. Remember when I scored the skin? I only scored it one way. I need to score it this way as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and score it that way while we're here. I'm gonna use the same knives I used yesterday. Again, this has been marinating for about 24 hours. So let's do this real quick. Again, the reason I'm doing this is because once it's nice and crunchy, people can just take little portions, these little squares. See that? It's pretty cool. And I'll show that to you. I'll show you the finished product once we're done. Watch your fingers there. All right. I'm gonna put this. I have a grate ready over here because I'm gonna be smoking the skin as well. I'll show that to you in a minute. Now, one other important factor is the following. Keep in mind that the width and the length of the smoker is 10.5 by 10.5. So I never measured this pork. Oh yes, okay, this is it's about 9.5 by about 10. So it's gonna fit perfectly. That's a good thing. Remember, I'm using the Little Chief smoker. It's the little one. There is a bigger one. So if you want to get that one's good as well. So let's go ahead and do this here. All right. And then here I have the skin on the other grate, okay? Also, the Little Chief smoker does a temperature of 165 degrees. That's because it's not gonna overcook it, it's going to smoke it. The Little Chief smoker is not a cooker, it's just a smoker, okay? So let's go ahead and put this in the smoker, and then we'll let it smoke for about 3-4 hours, and then we'll go ahead and bake it in the grill. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm baking it on the grill and not grilling it, and not baking it inside the house. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Okay, not sure if you can see the smoke coming out, but there is smoke coming out. Let's go ahead and put the pernil inside. You should have some gloves or pot holder because this is already hot. Okay, There we go. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I also crisscross the grates because this is a heavy pernil, about 10 pounds. So that's why I did it that way. I'm gonna put it there. Oh, this is right. All right. There we go. Nice. All right. I've never had smoked cuerito, so we're gonna see how this is gonna come out. Again, you guys are experiencing this with me. Go. Cover it up. Now notice, again, chips are nice and smoky here. I'm gonna show you later. I'm gonna replace them once they're nice and dark. I'm gonna replace them or replenish the chips later on. All right, here you go. Okay, it's been smoking for about an hour. Let's see what we got here. Oh, nice. Okay, the wood chips are still going well, so that's good. Still smoking nicely. So I'm not going to replace them yet or replenish them. So it's been about an hour, and so far, we look good. Okay, smoking hour number 2. We've got to 2 hours of smoking already. Let's see what we're doing there. Okay. The chips are still looking really, really good. But you know what? I want to add some more chips. So let's go ahead and do that. So again, the cherry chips. Put that in there. Put that in there. Sorry about that. There we go. See, still smoking there. So again, I'm not going to replace the chips. I'm just going to add. And then this is hour number 2. We're going to go for probably another hour. And then we're going to go ahead and put it on, or finish cooking it on the grill, of course. All right, so that's hour number 2 of smoking. It smells incredible out here. Okay, the pernil has been smoking for 3.5 hours. I'm going to take it out, put it in the aluminum foil, and then going to put it on the grill. So let's go ahead and do that. Moment of truth. Oh boy, look at the skin. Oh man, look at the skin. I don't know if you can see that. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take out the skin first. What we call the cuerito. There it is. Nice. And then let's take out the pernil. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're going to transfer the pork over to the pan, and then we're gonna enclose it and put it on the grill. Now, I mentioned earlier that I'm gonna share why I'm not gonna grill it, and I'm just gonna cook it on the aluminum foil. Just give me a little bit of trouble here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. So I made the mistake once of grilling some ribs. Excuse me, smoking some ribs, and then I cooked them indoors. I cooked them in the oven indoors. The problem with that is the entire house smelled like fire or like smoke. So that's why I'm just going to cook it outside on the grill. I'm going to show you in a moment what we have going on there. So this is going to cook between, I think, about 5 hours more. Has to cook it so that it will fall off the bone. Okay? And once it's almost done, I take off the aluminum foil so the skin can get nice and toasty. Okay? 50 to 375 is good. Actually, it went up a little high, went up to 400. So I'm just going to turn off one of the burners, and that should bring down the temperature. A little condensation there. Sorry about that. But right now it's at 400. I'm going to bring it out to about 350, 375, and we should be good to go. Let's go and put it inside. I like to put it on the top because that's where the heat goes. The heat goes to the top. And see you in about 5 hours. Okay, time to check on our pernil. By the way, we've been having an average temperature of about 375. I just took off the aluminum foil, and look at this beauty. Look at that. The skin is not crunchy yet because it was on aluminum foil, so I took off the aluminum foil so that the skin could start getting crunchy. And see, the meat is still a little tough, so I'm gonna leave it here for another couple of hours. So far it's been cooking for 3 hours, so it is pretty tender there. That's very nice. We'll let the rest of it get tender. Now, one thing to remember, look at all those juices. That's about to overflow. So what you need to do is keep an eye on it, because if it does overflow, you're gonna get a fire. So what I'm gonna be doing right now is I'm gonna be taking my little scooper here on my spoon, and I'm gonna go ahead and take out some of the juice so that it doesn't completely stay dry, but we avoid any type of fire. So in another couple of hours, we'll be back. Okay, folks, the moment of truth with the pernil. Here we go. I just turned off all the burners, and there it is. There it is, right there, right there, right there. Woo hoo 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 hoo. Nice. You see, we have all the little pieces. Now, this did not get crunchy. I tried to put, oh, back there it is. Here it is, but not in the middle. But look at that. Look at this meat. Wow. Okay, we're gonna take it apart inside. And here it is, the finished product. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the skin. Remember, here it is, the cube skin. See that? And here's the smoked pork. Oh, ho, 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 ho. There it is. Nice, nice, nice. Oh my, it's really falling apart down here. Look at that. Oh man. Let it go in the juices. Let me go ahead and yeah. Nice, very nice. It's a little tougher than what I'm used to. I like it a little bit softer, even though it is tender on the sides, on the edges. But again, we learned this with you guys. So we did this first time, and we're gonna check out the flavor in a little bit. Wanted you to see something or hear something here, the cuerito. That came out really good. Woo! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Woo! Okay, folks, so I have a special treat for you. This is an extra recipe I want to share with you. I love sour on my pork, for example, lemons. But what I have here is an onion salad that I'm going to mix with tomatoes, and it's going to be in a lemon juice. But what I just did, I just sliced 2 small red onions. You can use 1 large one, a couple of small ones, depending on how many guests you're going to have. So this is 2 small onions sliced up, and look what I'm doing right now. This is salt. Yes, I am drenching them in salt, as you can see. Why am I doing this? What happens is the salt causes the onions to get wilted or really, really soft. Because for this salad, you don't want crunchy onions. You might have to move some around there. And what happens here is these, I'll leave the onions in the salt for about an hour. Okay, so really, really cover them. See that? What's gonna happen is we're gonna rinse off all the salt later on, which I'll show you once it's done. And then we're gonna make the salad. It's a red onion, tomato, and lemon juice salad. Okay, so we'll come back once this is good to go, and I'll show you how to finish it. Okay, so we have the onions that have been in salt all this time. See how soft they are now? All right, so we have to rinse off all the salt. So let's go ahead and do that. I've gone ahead and cut a large tomato. I've included it with the onions, and now let's go ahead and squeeze some fresh lemons in there. That should be good. Yeah, that should be nice. And then we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of oil. I have vegetable oil here. Use corn oil, olive oil. Again, I don't like using olive oil too much because the olive oil is very strong in flavor. So, as you can see, there's a nice amount of juice there. And then this you either eat with the pernil. I like to put on my rice. It is so, so good. Gonna give it a little taste. Oh, that's nice. Good to go. Red onion, tomato, salad, and lemon juice. Bonus recipe. This is a full plate. Arroz con gandules, the pernil, and the onion salad with tomatoes and lemon juice. So my family's eating now, and they're gonna let me know the flavor of the, if they like it or not. Be honest.
Very good.
Smoked, okay.
It's
honestly really good.
All right, this is a smoked pernil. Smoked pernil, yes. Well, thank you for watching this video. Some takeaways I got from this video are the following. First of all, I would give it an 8 out of 10. And let me explain why. Number one, the smoking time was perfect. I smoked it for 3 hours, so that was perfect. Not too smoky, but you got that hint of smoke, so that was perfect. I would cook the pernil another 2 hours. I cooked it for 6 hours. However, I normally cook the pernil in the oven for 8 hours. So even though the pernil was fully cooked, it wasn't as tender as I'm used to. Usually when I cook it for 8 hours, the pernil just melts. It falls off the bone. So that's the other thing I would do, is just cook it for 2 more hours. Besides that, my family loved the pernil. I loved it. It was really, really good. And look forward to showing you some more cooking experiments. Again, thank you for watching. God bless you. Take care. Have a great day.